did that come from? Oh my goodness. Oh, hi everybody. We're going to have some fun now. I want everybody to go get 2 sheets of paper and a pencil. And if you have your drawing book, your journal that I showed you, go get that because that'd be really fun to draw in. Or if you have a drawing book, get that. But 2 pieces of paper you're going to need and 1 pencil, and you can sharpen it if you need to. Now, while you're going and getting those, I just want to talk about the elements of a story. Stories are what it's all about. And the first thing that a good story has is characters that you care about. They could be really mean characters, but they're interesting and you care what happens to them. You want them something bad to happen to them. Or they can be really nice characters and you hope something good happens to them. The second thing is really important is you don't know what's going to happen in the story. That is the most important thing in a story for me is not knowing what's going to happen because I have to watch or listen or read to the very end of the story. Everybody got their journals? Everybody got their stories yet? Okay, I'm going to come back to all that storytelling thing. So, you're going to see how easy this is, but I'm going to draw a picture of a very famous folk character from American folk literature. And his name is Brair Rabbit. Now, I learned about Brair Rabbit from somebody I'm going to talk to you about in a little while. I learned about it from this woman, Jackie Torrance. I had heard about him, but until I heard her telling stories about him, I didn't really appreciate him. But here, now we're going to start off really simply. Now, you have your piece of paper. I'm going to show you, I'm going to draw my piece of paper here so that you kind of know how big to make your things. So we're going to start off drawing a circle. So you can take your first piece of paper that you're not going to draw the character on and just draw a couple of circles until you get comfortable with circles. Make them about that big in relationship to your paper. Okay, now we're going to go right to here and we're going to draw 2 circles that touch. Now sometimes kids want to do real tiny little circles and your character is going to be really tiny if you do that, but that's okay. Now we're going to make the shape of an upside down letter U. You can draw a couple of upside down U's on your paper over here if you'd like to, but don't do them on this paper yet. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to put an upside down U like that. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, now we're going to do a right side up U like that. Okay, you can try a couple of those, and we're going to put it right here like this. All right, now we're going to make the letter M like this. Okay, like 2 mountains. Go ahead, do that a couple of times on your scrap paper. Just make a couple of M's. Now we're going to put the letter M in here like this. All right, you can see a character coming, can't you? Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make the sideways letter, capital letter E, like that. If it was regularly, it'd be like this. But we're going to do it like this. Just try that again over here. Okay, now we're going to put that right under here like this. Okay? Now, I want to give him some eyes right away. So I can have his eyes like this, looking one way or the other. All right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a V like this. Okay? Go ahead, do that a couple of times. A V like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and go whoosh, like that. And then like that. And then you're going to come back like that. Okay? And then you can fill it in a little bit if you want to. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of little dots in these cheeks here. All right, now he's coming along, isn't he? Oh, that was a good one. I really like the one you just did. Okay, and I'm going to put 3 whiskers. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't look right if I just got them on one side, so I got to do 3 over here. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to do another U, but a smaller U right here, like that. And then I'm going to do a sideways letter C, like this. Okay? Here we go. All right, now there's Brair Rabbit. He's coming along. Now this part's a little tricky, so we're going to go slowly here. I'm going to come down here and make a shoulder And I'm going to make a shape like that. You go ahead and do that, because that's a little tricky to get right at first. Okay, now we're going to fill that in like this and come up like that. Now we're just going to come over on the other side like that. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to give him a waist like that. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to give him some hands. And the hands are just like this. Okay, here we go. Ready? You can put as many fingers onto it as you like. And then here we go. Boing, boing, boing. Okay, now here we're going to give him some pants. So just 2 straight lines. And we're going to have another straight line down here like this. Okay? And then we're just going to make like 2 loaves of bread like this. Okay? Like this. And we're going to do the other one like this. What do you think? There's a character. Now we're going to have, he's not just standing up in the middle of space. So we're going to give him a little ground that he can stand on. Okay? Now, there you go. There's your guy. Now, I always like to put something on his shirt. Now, you can put anything on his shirt that you want to. I like to put down something on his shirt that's kind of different. It makes you think. So for me, I think I'm going to put a question mark and then an exclamation point right next to it. It's like, what? That's what it goes for me. It's like, what? It's not just what. It's what? But you can do whatever you want there. Now this is where it's really fun. This is where you get to be creative as well. And we're going to have him saying something. Okay? Now what is he going to say over here? It can be anything you want it to be. What could I put? Let's see. How about, yo, Lelek. All right. And you try to write straight like this. A lot of times kids will have a caption balloon and they'll write like this. And it's like, why don't you just write straight? Like this. So everybody can read it a little easier. Okay, I'm going to come back in a second and I'm going to tell you a story about this guy. And I think you're going to love it. Whoa! What happened? Man, there is something weird going on here today. Okay, I was telling you about Jackie Torrance. Many years ago, I heard her telling stories in a concert, and she was so great. And so I went and bought her book because I loved her work so much. And here's an example of how animated she is. When she told a story, she did not hold back anything. And I hope not to hold back anything today either. There's going to be a couple of times in this story when I'm going to want you guys to do some responding. So just do it and have some fun with it. And also, I'm going to tell you, the whole point of me telling you this story is that it's a folk tradition as old as mankind. That somebody will tell a story, somebody will retell that story, somebody will retell that story. A couple of weeks ago, I went back and looked at the book, and the story that I tell now about Brair Rabbit is sort of her story, but I've made it my own. Now, a year or two ago, I told this story to some kids from the Strathmore workshop, and I challenged the kids to go home and tell it to their folks at the dinner table. And I said, if anybody wants to, you can come back tomorrow and tell the story to me and to the class. Well, the next day, this boy Jabari came back, and he said, Mr. C, can I tell the story? And I went, oh, okay, yeah, sure. This is going to be, okay, yeah. It's going to be some kid getting up in there just waffling around. Jabari got up there and told the story better than I could. I was like, man, Jabari, don't be telling the story better than me. That little boy was a 5th grader, and he was dynamite. You might know him from the neighborhood. You might know his kids. But Jabari, if you're out there, respect. So I'm challenging all you kids to pay attention today and tell the story yourself to somebody else and make it your own. Okay, here we go. You ready to have some fun? Okay, and you can doodle during the story. I'm not going to care if you doodle during the story. That's probably what I would do. Get that drawing paper out. Draw a Brair Rabbit again. Just draw pictures. Draw anything you want. Just have some fun drawing. Draw what only you can draw. Write what only you can write. That's the whole point of this. Okay, here we go. One day I was walking down the street right near Lellick Elementary School, and I saw this brand new house that had been built. And I went, a brand new house right near here near Lellick? What's that all about? So, and there was a sign on the front of it that said, welcome, welcome. It was flashing. So I went up and I knocked on the door, and guess who opened the door? That's right, Brair Rabbit opened the door. And I said, Brair Rabbit, how did you get a human being house? I would expect you to be living in the briar patch where it's safe. And he goes, you want to know how I got the human being house? And I said, I just asked you, didn't I? And he said, this is what happened. So I'm laying in the briar patch this winter, and one day it started pouring down rain. And before you know it, I got soaking. Oh, come on, I couldn't hear anybody say that. Come on, everybody. Got soaking what? Here we go, everybody. I got soaking. Well, there's still some of you not doing it. Everybody, let's try it again, okay? And pretty soon I was soaking
wet.
That's right, I was soaking wet. And then the cold wind started blowing in. And before you know it, I was freezing
cold.
That's right, I was freezing cold. And I looked across the street and I said, now one of those human beings is soaking wet. Now one of those human beings is freezing cold. Well, what am I doing living in the briar patch when I could have a human being house? But how am I going to get a human being house? I know. I'm going to trick all the animals into building it for me. That's what I'm going to do. So I put up a sign that said, free hot dogs. Now raise your hand if you like hot dogs. Come on, I can see a couple hands coming up. Yeah, raise your hand. Okay, that's right, that's right. Do you like hot dogs well enough to crawl into a dumpster for them? Do you like them well enough to crawl into a trash can? No, but the animals do. Raccoons, bears, squirrels, they'll all go into a trash can after a free hot dog. And when they didn't have to get in the trash can, they saw the sign. They all came gathering around. They said, Brair Rabbit, where are these free hot dogs? And I said, hold on. How many of you animals are sick and tired of being soaking wet? And they all went like that. And I said, how many of you animals are sick and tired of being freezing cold? And they all went like that. And I said, we're going to build a human being house, and we're all going to live in it in peace and love and happiness. Man, those are beautiful words, aren't they, everybody? Let's all say them together. Peace and love and happiness. Let's close our eyes and say them. Here we go. Just take it in. Peace and love and happiness. Well, the bear didn't buy this at all. He came up and said, oh, I don't trust you for a minute, Brair Rabbit. You have tricked us so many times. I'm not falling for it again. I said, Mr. Bear, what's your biggest problem? Because you trick us all the time. You're famous for tricking people. And I said, what are you really afraid of? He said, I don't know how to build a human being house. I said, Mr. Bear, have you ever seen a human being who's as strong as you are? Well, that got the bear going. He stood up big and strong and he goes, nobody's as strong as I am. Everybody try that. Go ahead now. Let loose with it a little bit. Give yourself a pen. Here we go. Boom, boom. Nobody's as strong as I am. Feels good to do that, doesn't it? Okay. And then I said to the fox, I said, Miss Fox, have you ever seen a human being who is smart as you are? And she went, nobody's as smart as I am. Everybody try that. Nobody's as smart as I am. And then I said to the snake, I said, Miss Snake, you ever seen a human being get out of a tight place as well as you can? And the snake went, tss. Everybody try that. Tss. And then I said to the chipmunk, I said, Miss Chipmunk, have you ever seen a human being who was as cute as you are? Chipmunk went, nobody's as cute as I am. Everybody try that. Nobody's as cute as I am. I said, that's all you have to do to be successful in the human being world is to be stronger than somebody, smarter than somebody, cuter than somebody, and be able to get out of tight places better than somebody. And they all went, well, I don't trust you, Brair Rabbit. What we got to do? I said, all you got to do is go out there and pick up all the stuff the human beings are throwing away. Now, raise your hand if you ever saw a television on the side of the road. How about a load of lumber on the side of the road? Building supplies, a refrigerator, microwave. The human beings are just throwing it all away. Go get it. Well, all the animals went running out real fast, and pretty soon here comes the bear. And he's got this big silver box on his back. And he comes up, drops it on the ground. Everybody gathers around. What is it? He says, I don't know, man. It fell off the truck on the beltway. I don't think they're going to miss it. And he said, but what is it? He said, I don't know. We got these 3 handles. And when you pull on this first handle, this white stuff comes out. It's all creamy and delicious. Guess what the bear had found? That's right, a soft ice cream machine. And guess what that white stuff was? That's right, vanilla ice cream. But there was 3 handles. Oh man, that second one, you know what came out of the second one, wasn't it? Everybody, what was it?
Chocolate.
That's right, chocolate. He pulled it. Oh, it was so good. And that third one, oh my goodness, that was strawberry. Woo, man. All the animals started going, woohoo! Started gathering. I said, hold on. This is for the housewarming party. What's a housewarming party? As soon as we build the house, we'll have a big party. That's what a housewarming party. Well, that got them all going, and they all blamity, blamity, blam, blam. Lickety-split, they built this house as fast as they could then. And we're having the best housewarming party you've ever seen. Everybody's dancing and having a fine old time and having a little... And all of a sudden, though, there was a knock at the door. Pa-boom, pa-boom, pa-boom. You can actually try to do it on the desk in front of you. Go, pa-boom, pa-boom, pa-boom. And it was a stillness came over the room. What's that? And we all listened. There was a growling and a sniffing and a scratching at the front door. What is it? So I went to open the door. Oh, no. There was not 1, not 2 or 3, but 5 of the nastiest looking wolves you have ever seen living out there. These wolves were nasty. Man, they had broken teeth and scars and missing eyes, tattoos up and down their necks, piercings where they did not belong, pants that hung down real low. And the first wolf said, hey, Brair Rabbit, we understand that you got a soft ice cream machine and we're all going to live in peace and something else, isn't that right? I went, yeah. Aren't you going to invite us in? And I was like, yeah. And they just ran right on by. Oh, no. And the first wolf comes up and gets right up on the nozzle. He puts his mouth right up on the nozzle like this. I said, oh, that was rude. And all the other animals are backing up. The chipmunk says, nothing cute about this. And the wolf and the fox is going, what are we going to do here? This is different. And the snake just crawled up inside the sofa to hide. Well, the bear came up to me about that time and he goes, Brair Rabbit, I know you were going to trick us. So trick them instead. I went, might be able to do that. But I'm going to need some supplies. The first thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need a firecracker. Now, you kids don't look like you come from South Carolina, so you might not know what a firecracker sounds like. Sounds like this. Everybody try that. That's right. Okay, and hold up your pinky finger. That's the firecracker, all right? Okay, the second thing I'm going to need is a paper bag. Now, we're all going to blow up the paper bag. Here we go. Before you pop that paper bag, kids, have you ever blown up a paper bag and popped it? If you haven't, go ahead and do it. It's fun. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's give it a big pow. Ready? Pow! And the last thing I'm going to need is a bathtub. I'm going to need a bathtub filled with 499 gallons of water. How many gallons of water? 499 gallons of water. That's how. And it goes like this and sounds like this. Everybody try this with me. Splish, splosh. Everybody try that. Splish, splosh. All right, now somebody here is going to say, Brair Rabbit, what'd you do with all that stuff? Oh, I thought I heard somebody say it.
What do you do with all that stuff?
Oh, I thought I was going to hear somebody say that. Now, I'll tell you what I did. So I'm at the party, and everything's getting chaotic down there now. There's a big mess, man. Those wolves are licking their lips and looking at what they could get a little bite of around the party. And I go, oh, man, I'm awful tired. I think I'm going to have to go on up to my bedroom. Well, the wolves could have cared less if I'm going to go up to my bedroom, and they all went, go ahead on up there, then, Rabbit. Now, we all got to try to make your hands like nasty little claws and say it real nasty like a wolf would go. Go ahead on up there, then, Brair. Everybody try it. Here we go. Go ahead on up there, then, Brair Rabbit. So I went on up to my room. I got up to the room, and I went into my room, and I went, oh, I'm awful tired. think I'm going to have to sit on my chair. Well, all the wolves could have cared less if I was going to sit on my chair, so they all went, go ahead and sit on your chair then. Everybody try that. Go ahead and sit on your chair then. Did I sit on my chair? No! I took out the firecracker. And I lit it, and I tossed it up. Everybody hear a firecracker? I lit it, and I tossed it up in the air out into the hallway where we had brand new oak floors and drywall and everything. Now, outside, a firecracker sounds like this. But inside, it's a whole lot louder than that. It sounds like this. Everybody, give me a firecracker sound. Boo! And all the wolves went, whoa! Whoa, my goodness! What was that noise? That was Brair Rabbit sitting on his chair up there. Oh, man, he makes a lot of noise. And then I went, his chair's too hard. I think I'll have to lay down on my bed. And they all went, go ahead and lay on your bed then, Brair Rabbit. Everybody tried that. Go ahead and lay on your bed then, Brair Rabbit. Did I lay on my bed? No! I took out the what? What is it? Everybody try it. Here we go. Paper bag. Everybody get their paper bag, blow it up. Here we go. Big pow. Everybody give me a big pow. Pow! Man, it rattled every window in all of Silver Spring, all of Washington, D.C., Baltimore, the whole East Coast. They started scrambling the jets down to Andrews Air Force Base. They didn't know what it had. All the wolves were running around bumming. What was that noise? Oh, my goodness, that was Brair Rabbit just laying on his bed. Oh, goodness, he makes a lot of noise. And I went, man, it's awful dusty up here. I think I'm going to have to sneeze. And all the wolves went, go ahead and sneeze then, Brair Rabbit. Everybody try that. Go ahead and sneeze then, Brair Rabbit. And I went, Everybody give me the final of this. Everybody, at you, ready? Achoo! And the whole house, oh man, the wolves went, what the heck? But I was at the top of the stairs, and what did I have left? A bathtub, that's right. And how many gallons of water were in that bathtub? 499 gallons, that's how many. And I was at the top of the stairs where they could not see me, and I turned over the bathtub. How many gallons of water came down those stairs? That's right, 499 gallons. Now, I don't know about you boys and girls, I don't know about anybody else, but if I was at a party and somebody at the top of the stairs I could not see sneezed and 499 gallons of water came down those stairs, I, for one, would go, ew. But it sounded a whole lot different than that because there was a whole house full of animals and they all went, everybody do it, give me a big ew, everybody. Ew! All of a sudden, one of the wolves goes, you know, I think I may have left the lights on in my den. I can't leave that on like that. I got to go turn out those lights. And he starts heading for the door. One of the other wolves goes, man, he doesn't have any lights in his... Oh, yeah. I think I may have left the fire under my tea kettle. I'll be right back. The other one, I'm getting out of here. And all of a sudden, all 5 of the wolves heading for the door at one time. And they get down the door and boom, they get stuck in the door. I come downstairs and all I can see is the backsides of all these wolves going like this. And I said, ooh, this could get ugly if I leave this like this. And so I put a little X mark on the back, and when I came up, I gave them a pop like that, and they all went flying out. They all were going, we'll be right back, Brair Rabbit. We'll be right back. We want to live in peace and love and something else. Guess what? Not one of those wolves has ever come back. And now all of us are living right here in this brand new house. And we're all living, everybody, we're living in what? Peace and love and happiness. And that's the story of Brair Rabbit.